In this video, we're going to make a 4-7-8 breathing application. What's that? Well, you breathe in for 4 seconds, you hold for 7, and then breathe out for 8 seconds. It's meant to be really, really good for calming yourself down and making sure you're in a good space to study, particularly if you're panicked and something. And it's something that our counsellors at schools highly recommend because it's something you can instantly do. Do 2 or 3 bursts of this and you'll feel really good before an exam, or it will help you to calm down. It's quite similar to a kind of simple meditation, and it only takes a few minutes to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to use Octo Studio and make this up. Now we're going to start with a fairly simple thing. I'm going to show you the breathe in part. So when we start, we are going to set the size to 200%. I want it nice and big because we're breathing in and you can feel it filling into your lungs. So it's a lot of fun there. So we start off at 200%. For this video, I am not speeding up anything. So do feel free to go back and forth as you please and pause as you need to and fast forward, double speed, anything that's a little bit slow. But I want you to be able to see how it's done in real time. So what we're going to do is repeat 20 and 0.2 seconds. That maths works out to 4 seconds. And each time we're going to make the bubble, the circle, a little bit smaller. So in this case, we're going to make it smaller by -2. On the way out, we're going to go half the time and go up by 1. So there you go. You can see that happening right there, right now. Pause it. See if you can work out what the rest of this might need to be. Now we're going to add in some messages because what we want is for this program to multitask. While it's doing one thing, it's going to do another. In this case, it's going to tell you to breathe in, which is always a good thing to do. Hopefully you don't normally need to be told that, but this will help you to time it and to get a feel of what's going on. So we're going to put the message, and 4 is for the 4 seconds that you need to breathe in for. And you should be breathing in with your nose, so you could add that, but we're just going to send that message, and when the message goes in, we're just going to say it. Now you've got a few choices. You could speak it, as in the computer can speak it. You could use the sound so that you actually say it, or you can just use some text. In this case, I'll use the computer speak so that you can see this example. I find that the computer sounds a little stressed when it does this. I'm not sure if it's a great idea.
Breathe in for 4 seconds.
Now, I would like you to have a go and see if you can do the rest by yourself. But if you need the full solution, we are here for you. So what we're going to do firstly is move that out the way. And we need to split this up because we want this to repeat round 4 times. If you manage to make it without doing that, don't worry, you can pull these things apart quite easily. And so we're going to repeat 4 times. And so those are the 4 cycles that we're going to do. And then we're going to just pop the first part in here. But what we want to do is change the color. So what I'm thinking is blue is the breathing in, getting that lovely air in. Red is stop for a few seconds. And then green is the breathe out. But you choose any colors that you like, and it's all a bit of fun. So we'll start off with blue, pop that in, and then we'll move on to the next bit. Let's put our second message in here. And again, what we want is a message to remind ourselves to hold it for 7 seconds. So I'm just going to type a shortcut for that little in. And then we'll continue with this main block of code. This time it's actually very simple. We're just going to wait for 7 seconds. So we've changed the color to red. We wait for 7 seconds because you are literally holding it, almost pausing at this point. And then we move on to the next part, which is the breathing out. So we breathe out for twice the time that we breathe in for. And so we need to make some adjustments to those timings. But let's make it green so you know which part of the operation you're doing. And for students who find it difficult to read, this color coding is really helpful. If you're colorblind or sensitive or don't find these colors work for you, then please do choose any color that you feel really works for you and communicates the message. So again, we're putting the message out there, 8 out. This time we do need to repeat it for quite a long time. So if you think about the maths here, we repeated it for 20. So now we're going to repeat it for 40. And again, each time we are doing a fifth of a second. So again, 0.2, but we want it to go back to the same size. So this time we increase it by 1. I know there's quite a little bit of mathematics going on here, but good computing requires a good little bit of mathematics, and maths is what makes the world go round. And computing is the engine that makes it go round a lot faster. Right, so then we're changing the size by 1. And you're going to see that we've got most of what we need. Now, to save ourselves some trouble, we're going to long press and we're going to duplicate each of these and then put in the messages that we want. So with 7, we want to say, hold your breath for 7 seconds. Then duplicate it again for the breathing out part. Right, that's it. Let's have a little demo and see how it all works. My students always remind me, don't forget to sub to the channel if you didn't want to see more Octo Studio or Python or Swift. Let's see how it goes. Thank you very much.
Breathe in for 4 seconds. Hold for 7 seconds. Let out for 8 seconds. Breathe in for 4 seconds. Hold for 7 seconds. Let out for 8 seconds. Breathe in for 4 seconds. Hold for 7 seconds. Let out for 8 seconds. Breathe in for 4 seconds. Hold for 7 seconds. Let out for 8 seconds.